Your soil is not dead, it's starving. And you know, the fastest way to bring it back to life doesn't come from a bag of fertilizer or months of composting. It comes from a humble pantry ingredient that soil microbes recognize instantly. Chickpea flour doesn't wait for seasons to pass. It feeds soil life in days, sometimes hours, and once you see the response in your plants, you'll understand why this method feels almost unfair. This is not theory. This is how biology behaves when it finally gets the food it's been asking for. Soil microbes don't eat compost the way gardeners think they do. Compost must first break down, mineralize and stabilize before microbes can fully access it. Chickpea flour skips that delay. It is already finely ground, rich in amino acids, natural sugars and plant-based nitrogen that microbes can metabolize instantly. When chickpea flour hits moist soil, bacteria and fungi multiply rapidly. This explosion of life unlocks nutrients already trapped in the soil. Nitrogen becomes plant available. Phosphorus starts moving. Trace minerals wake up. Plants feel this shift fast because their roots are plugged directly into this microbial exchange. What makes chickpea flour different from other flours? Most flours are mostly starch. Chickpea flour is different. It contains proteins, complex carbohydrates, and natural enzymes that soil microbes evolved to recognize. This combination feeds both bacterial and fungal communities, which is, quite rare. Many soil amendments tend to favor one group and suppress the other. Chickpea flour, however, supports balance. That balance really does matter. Bacteria drive rapid nutrient release, while fungi build long-term soil structure and help with water retention. When both thrive together, soil becomes resilient instead of reactive. Now, here's the exact microbial feeding formula that works fast. Precision absolutely matters here. Too much can cause imbalance, and too little just won't trigger the response. So, mix 1 tablespoon of chickpea flour into 1 litre of clean water. Stir thoroughly until it's fully suspended. Then let this mixture sit for 30 minutes to allow hydration, not fermentation. This step makes nutrients immediately accessible to microbes without creating anaerobic conditions. Now, you'll want to dilute this mixture into 4 additional litres of water, so you'll end up with a total of 5 litres. Next, simply apply it directly to moist soil at the base of your plants or across your garden beds. This quantity is usually enough to treat about 5 square meters of soil. Just a quick but crucial reminder, do not apply to dry soil. Moisture is really what activates microbial feeding, so that's absolutely essential. So, what actually happens in the soil after you apply the solution? Well, within the first 24 hours, bacterial populations begin multiplying. This creates a surge in enzymatic activity that starts breaking down organic matter already present in the soil. By day 3, fungal networks expand, which improves nutrient transport and root communication. By the end of the first week, you'll notice the soil structure changes. It becomes darker, looser, and, quite a bit more aromatic. That earthy smell is not just decoration, It's really the signature of living soil. Plants respond shortly after. Leaves deepen in colour, growth evens out, and stress symptoms, they tend to soften. Now, this isn't because chickpea flour feeds plants directly. It actually feeds the system that feeds the plants. So, why does this work better than just waiting for compost? Well, compost is essential, of course, but it works on a much longer timeline. Chickpea flour, on the other hand, is a catalyst. It turns dormant biology into active biology using what's already there in the soil. Think of it, really, as switching the lights on rather than bringing in new furniture. This approach is, especially powerful in soils that look healthy but act tired. Beds that have been planted repeatedly often contain nutrients locked away by inactive microbes. Chickpea flour, interestingly enough, reactivates that system without disturbing soil structure. So, when should you use this method for maximum impact? Use this trick at the beginning of a growing cycle to jumpstart soil life. Use it after heavy rains to rebalance microbes, and use it when plants stall despite adequate watering and light. So, avoid using it in waterlogged or compacted soil. Biology really needs oxygen just as much as it needs food. If soil drains poorly, you should fix the structure first, then feed the microbes. Now, how often should you apply without causing imbalance? Well, once every 3 to 4 weeks is sufficient. Microbial populations, you see, grow fast but also stabilize quickly. Overfeeding can, favour bacteria too heavily and temporarily reduce fungal dominance. Watch the soil. If it smells sweet and earthy, biology is balanced. If it smells sour or sharp, pause applications and allow the system to correct itself. Why this aligns with nature's blueprint philosophy. Nature never feeds plants directly. It feeds soil life. Chickpea flour mimics natural nutrient pulses that occur when seeds, roots, and organic residues break down in the wild. This method doesn't override nature. It cooperates with it. That's why it works so fast and why it keeps working without damaging long-term soil health. The long-term payoff gardeners don't expect? Well, repeated use builds a soil that responds faster every season. Microbial memory forms, and nutrient cycling becomes, much more efficient. Water retention improves. Pest pressure often decreases because healthier plants signal differently, which is quite remarkable, really. This is not a one-time trick, it's in fact a system upgrade. If this helped you understand soil on a deeper level, subscribe to Nature's Blueprint, share this with a fellow gardener who's still fighting their soil, and, keep rebuilding gardens the way nature intended.